Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name is Landon, and here we play Jank. And so let's go ahead, jump into a match with the Rebel Clash deck starring Dragapult VMAX. We've had some very interesting matches with Dragapult going up against a Lunatone Soul Rock deck and a Arceus V-Star Garchomp deck. Two decks I do not often see on the ladder. Actually, one I never have seen before, and Lunatone being a very good Psychic deck. I think it had a decent matchup against Dragapult, but because of spreading around damage with Dragapult, it kind of turned it into our favor with the Horror Energy, taking knockouts as they attack us, and then we take follow-up knockouts. It just led to some very interesting situations. So hopefully we can keep going with this win streak that we've been having so far. Dragapult V goes down. Done. Mulligan. 2 mulligans. So, looks like they're playing a Decidueye list, which means that's going to be rough for us since we are heavily reliant on Pokemon V. Taking down something that blocks Pokemon V will not be easy. Let's see, we've got Miltank in the active. Zarude on the bench, though, does give me some hope that we'll be able to do something up against this. So, let's go ahead and turn. Now, dropping damage counters with Dragapult, we can actually do, I believe, to Miltank and Decidueye. So that's at least some ground that we can make up. But not being able to do direct damage to these Pokemon is going to be difficult. So we do see a Rowlet hit the bench. Now we do need a Dragapult VMAX to start dropping damage counters, but we got a Zigzagoon. If we top deck a VMAX? No, but we get a Marnie, and I'm going to go ahead and risk this, drop the Zigzagoon, drop that 1 damage counter onto Rowlet there, and then we're going to play the Marnie. It's going to actually shuffle their evolutions back into their deck, so hopefully that'll slow that down a bit, but we do get the Dragapult VMAX, so we will be taking a KO this turn, which is pretty awesome for us, actually. Max Phantom, not going to do any damage to the Miltank, but we're going to KO this Rowlet here. 20, 20, 10. KOing the Rowlet. Getting a prize. Turn 2 going first. We got another Dragapult down that we can play. Collapsed Stadium could minimize some bench options here, but I don't think that's going to be very beneficial for us. Really, I really do hope we are able to get a Serena real soon, because that would really help us get some damage on the Zarude, get some damage on the Miltank here. Unlikely that we will actually get the Serena, though. I am going to play the Dragapult and the Collapsed Stadium, but I'm going to discard this VMAX with the Professor's Research. And what do we get? We get some energy, we get a Zigzagoon, we get Zacian, but I don't think Zacian's going to be worth it. So let's just go ahead. We'll max Phantom, and we will put 5 damage on the Zarude. That's going to bring its total health down a little bit. If we aren't able to, yet again, attack, or Serena, the Miltank out of the active, we'll attack again, put 50 more damage on the Zarude, and that will set it up for a nice one-hit KO when we do get the Serena. So, Sonia coming down. Gonna let them grab 2 basic Pokemon or energy. They're opting for energy. This is just very interesting stuff so far. I really do hope we get Serenity or Serena. We did not. That's kind of too bad. I could put down the Espurr. Put down an energy there. Fog Crystal won't really help in this situation, but will let us get a Pokemon out of the deck, so we are less likely to draw that next turn. I kind of feel like playing down the Zacian might be a decent idea. No, we'll keep attacking. The big issue here is we might deck out. they might just wall us because we can't really do much. We could start powering up an Espurr to try to take on a Miltank, but the Miltank is much more likely to be able to KO us before we're able to KO it with a Meowstic. So, Potion, gonna heal the Zarude. That actually helps our strategy a bit. If we're able to get a Serena next turn, we can gust up the Zarude, deal damage to it without KOing it yet, and put 5 damage counters on the Miltank. And we need to put 5 damage counters on the Miltank twice. A Rowlet comes down, so we can grab that KO the next turn, no matter what, and that might be what we do. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play down the Zigzagoon, put that 10 damage on the Rowlet. There. Fog Crystal will let us grab another Psychic Energy, which we will put on the Meowstic, or Espurr currently. Max Phantom, we will KO the Rowlet here. Because we're going for that because that will get us an extra card from our prizes. So we'll see 2 new cards rather than just 1 before our next turn. So let's grab that prize. Serena, that is beautiful. Now we just need a Scoop Up Net to reuse a Zigzagoon so that Miltank can get that just 10 more damage. But that can happen at any point here. The Serena will be able to gust up the Zarude very quickly this next turn, in fact, and that will be fantastic. We also have a Lilligant, which has a 2 retreat cost and no energy on it. Might be worth it to gust up the Lilligant instead. Going to be a little bit harder for them to retreat, but they will be able to draw cards with that Dance gracefully. And we kind of want that because we don't want them to just wall us with the Miltank for the rest of the match. They should have attacked there. I don't know why they didn't. But we can attach a Psychic Energy to the Espurr, and we can Serena, switch their active, their Lilligant. There we go. And we can Max Phantom, and we will put that 5 energy onto the Miltank. Beautiful. Oh, only way that works is the fact that damage and damage counters are separate. They are different things, and Miltank's ability prevents damage, not damage counters. So that wording there just plays into our hand very well. Dance gracefully, yes, they do get full hand. That's okay. We do get Bird Keeper. I don't think it's worth it, though. I think I would rather Ultra Ball away these Zacians for a Meowstic. Meowstic doing 80s, not bad. Meowstic can grab us a Professor's Research, or maybe a Marnie if we don't have a Professor's Research. But we do, so we will grab that Professor's Research. Not too worried about decking out currently. We are well on our way to getting everything that we need. Meowstic is up and operational. Scoop Up Net the Zigzagoon. Play that down. Put that 10 damage on Miltank. Max Phantom KOing a Pokemon V and the Miltank, leaving them only with Zarude. But no idea what that Zarude does. Let's take a look now. Jungle Rage. Those 2 prizes, okay. We gotta grab prizes before we see everything from that. We've got an Ultra Ball, and we've got a Ordinary Rod in case we don't have a VMAX in the deck. Jungle Rage, if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon V, this attack does 120 more damage. That is a good amount of damage to do, 240. That does not one-hit KO a Dragapult VMAX, so not too concerned about being KO'd there. Yep, 240 damage. Horror Energy going to trigger twice, and that's going to set them up to be KO'd, I believe. They have 110 HP left over. So, with that, we can Ordinary Rod, the VMAX, and a Meowstic back into the deck. We can Ultra Ball, the Collapsed Stadium, and a Turbo Patch. Grab the VMAX, which apparently we had one in the deck, so no need for all these, but we're going to do it anyways. And then we are going to Bird Keeper into this VMAX, draw some cards. We're going to be able to scoop up Zigzagoon if we needed to, but we don't need to. We can just grab this KO now and finish off the game. Absolutely phenomenal. Our opponent's deck was interesting, to say the least. Miltank and Decidueye could have walled us off completely, and they could have, realistically, they could have just waited us for to deck out, but they didn't. They continued to play down Pokemon V, which continued to give us avenues to work around the Miltank and get damage done. So it was very interesting to see how that dynamic all played out in our favor when our opponent had a clear win strategy, just not a really fun one. And I can't blame them for not refusing to play the game. They needed to play the game. They needed to have fun themselves. So yeah, it's one of those interesting situations where Miltanks can completely wall off a deck, but do you really want to win that way, just letting it letting them mill? They could have attacked me with the Miltank that one turn, and they didn't. I found that interesting. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this deck, and please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button too if you enjoy what I do here. At the time of recording, we are so close at 100 subscribers. If we have hit 100 subscribers, check the description. There will be a link to a Discord server. If we haven't hit 100 subscribers, that's the goal. Hit 100 subscribers, get a Discord server. So check there if you want to hang out, chat, all that stuff. And yeah, of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.